Welcome back, guys. This is the Captain's Log comedian game show host, James Davis.
You don't have to say game show host.
I know, but it's fun to say that because, like, I never got to introduce anyone like that.
I mean, yeah, but there's like a stigma to game show host. I'm not like some game show host. I get work.
Yeah, well, you're actually the game shows. You created them? Is that how it worked?
Nah.
No, they just pick you to host them.
They just pick me to host them.
And then you're like always up for it, or do you say no to some of them?
I've only said yes to. I've only been approached to do two, and I've said yes to do both.
That's what I mean, right? Because this is the second time.
Yeah.
And then that show comes out when?
I don't know when it comes out. It's supposed to come out this year. Like, I thought it was supposed to come out in March. So, most likely, maybe summer or right before the summer. For Netflix.
And how long was the filming?
We shot we shot for one straight week in the end of August, and then I did voiceover throughout the end of the year and then top of the year. Just some.
When they pitch you a game show, I want to add, because this is interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
When they pitch you the show, do they let you read the whole script, or they just say, like, how does that work when you go, or do you audition?
Yeah, I'm not at a place where I was pitched the show yet, so I just came in for the audition. I was one of a handful of comedians they had some interest in, and you just read what they have you read, which kind of gives you an insight into the show, but you don't know too much about it before you walk in the door. So you kind of get your first intel about the show while you're auditioning for it. Okay. And these guys, can you say the name of it? The show?
The new one? Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Awake.
Awake. And the premise is they stay awake for 24 hours.
So the contestants have been awake for 24 hours counting coins, and then after 24 hours, I think the two people with the least accurate counts are eliminated. Then the rest do some challenges, and one person gets eliminated after every challenge. And then when there's two people left, whoever had the most accurate coin count during the original 24-hour span gets a chance to win $1 million. And it's pretty much just betting how close and accurately you counted without sleep. And if you're within a certain range, you can win up to $1 million.
And do they make you count the whole time, or do they just all of a sudden say, okay, this hour, now start counting?
No, you're supposed to count the whole time. Some people may start dozing off or falling asleep, but for 24 hours, you're in a room, and your only resource, your only option, your only job is just to count quarters.
No way.
Yep.
And you have to add them up, or just count how many there are?
You have to add them up. You have to do the math by yourself.
Oh, so you have to say like 25, 75.
You have to be like I counted $15,000
wow.
or whatever you counted. Yeah.
How much money are they counting? Like, does it get crazy?
I mean, some people had larger numbers they counted, but then they were off because they were moving so fast. But I mean, it's definitely like a lot of like thousands of dollars in quarters.
Wow.
They're just, I mean, it's 24 hours straight.
Yeah, just count.
What's next? So it's not like you're saving energy because you don't know that there's a whole another challenge afterwards.
Right.
There's a whole game show set waiting for you once you've done this tedious challenge of counting quarters.
That's amazing. So the question I'm wondering is how did you get hooked up with the Facebook game show thing that you started with? Because that was, you said LeBron James's? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just have an agent. You know, I'm not that's why when you say game show host, like game shows work. It's not something that
it's a gig for you.
It's a gig. I'm not creating these shows. I'm just blessed. I mean, the Facebook show, it's not even this. It came on like a year and a half ago. Or whatever. So, but with that, I just was approached. You know, I had a show on. I had just done my Comedy Central show, so I think they were aware of me from that. But
and that show did you come up with the premise? You did, right?
I created the Comedy Central show.
Yeah.
Hood Adjacent. I created that. That came from my point of view. That's my life. You know, straddling both the private school, like upper class world, and like the hood, South Central, and that duality in my personality. That's what that whole show was about. And so I did a season of that on Comedy Central, and that opened up doors and let people know who I was. And from there, I've done, you know, whether it's game shows or a sitcom pilot for NBC, or I have a True TV show that I just shot the pilot for.
Oh, cool.
So,
how long have you been a stand-up?
Like 10 years.
10 years. And you started, what was the first club you started at?
The Comedy Store in Hollywood. I mean, that was the first time I ever did stand-up was at the Comedy Store. Answered an ad off Craigslist.
Really?
And actually, the first few times I performed were bringer room shows.
Yeah, we had to bring like 10 people.
Yeah, exactly.
To fill the
I didn't
seats.
even understand what that meant initially. I just was like,
Most comics don't, actually, because
No.
when I say it, they don't. But
Yeah.
it is a thing. It's a real thing.
I get it. It's how you make money and
Yep.
and get new comics in there. And so I would start inviting friends and stuff, and I got myself on tape. And then from there, I was able to do other shows that weren't bringer room shows. And eventually, I just started, I just kept working, kept grinding.
How about writing? Do you write a lot, or is it mostly off the cuff stuff that you come up with and then you work the premise?
Well, for stand up, I'd say it's about 60-40 or 65-35. 65% written, 35% improv.
Yep.
I'm a writer. I write for TV shows, award shows. I've done punch up for films. So that's a muscle I have, and it definitely helps me to be able to craft jokes. But the performance of the joke is equally as important to me, so I have to.
Right.
And in the performance of it, I do find moments to improv. I've trained in improv at Second City, at UCB. So when I'm on stage, it's kind of a combination of all the things that I've learned and worked on. But off stage, I definitely take jobs where not maybe as much anymore, but where I write.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily like to just write and make other people look funny when it's my jokes.
When they see your show, sometimes I see comics that word for word, movement for movement, exactly the same. Other times I see comics do this show a little different, and every show gets different laughs. Like, it could be that they're just on that show and the delivery is better. What do you think is the key to that?
I definitely think, everyone's different, so the crowds react differently. But for me, all my shows are completely different. Even if I'm telling 95% of the same prepared material, the improv element, the connecting with the crowd, just because you're connecting with somebody different than last show, it creates a different effect. And so I'm very high on connecting with the crowd, letting them feel like I'm having a conversation with them, I'm hanging out with them. And every show feels completely different for me. Which is fun, because I don't get bored of it.
Right. You bring it new.
Right. I have some certain things, some certain topics I'm gonna talk about, but
of course,
the excitement is just meeting a whole new crowd and learning about that crowd and the people who are there to see you, and seeing how that new information can uplift the jokes or something like that.
So you're a golfer?
Yes.
Did you golf in high school?
Golf team, played junior golf, played tournament golf, had a golf scholarship to a college. So golf was...
Golf's an expensive sport. How did what did your parents get you into it young, or did you just fall in love with it from TV? How did you get into it?
My mom just signed me up for classes. I had two uncles who played the sport, so it was kind of circulating around my family a little bit, but it was just something my mom signed me up for. I mean, my mom has done a lot of great things for me that I don't know why she did it or what inspired it, but she did. And so and I took to the game, and as a great parent, they made it happen. I wasn't, my first golf clubs weren't brand new golf clubs. I was playing with my uncle's old golf clubs for a while. Then I got my own golf clubs, But
they drove you around to the courses and all that.
Yeah, I got dropped off at
Yeah.
courses and by my grandparents, my mom, my dad, and yeah, that's how I spent my summers. A lot of times was just playing golf all day and then coming home.
When you play golf, did you play with kids your age, or were you playing with older guys that play golf, or ladies?
Yeah. I mean, I was part of a few junior programs, so I played a lot of junior golf. But if I was there to practice or just play on my own, most times I was playing with adults.
Right.
So which probably helped mature me a little bit. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. But I was playing with a lot of older businessmen and just or older married couples on vacation. My mom took me to Hawaii to play golf for one of my birthdays, so I took lessons at Riviera Country Club, which is like one of the more exclusive places in LA to play golf, where they have the Nissan Open every year. So I was just exposed to a lot through golf that I think, I don't know, shaped me into who I am.
Do you play golf serious, or do you still crack jokes when you're out there?
I guess I'm more serious. I mean, it depends on who I'm playing with. If I'm playing by myself, at the end of the day, if I'm playing bad, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I definitely can look like I'm not enjoying myself on the golf course because I'm working.
If you hit a bad shot, you're pissed?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But I'm not. It's a different pissed. It used to be a piss where like I was really pissed. Now I'm really disappointed in the shot, but I'm not gonna stop enjoying the round.
Right.
But I will. Golf is something that I like so much that it gives me a break from the rest of life because I'm so focused on golf when I'm playing golf that I can't stress out or worry about too many other things.
If you guys are watching this, you could DM me.
Please.
Because he wants to golf in Naples.
Absolutely.
And he's here till Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday will be the last day.
If you can get me out early Sunday, I'll move the flight.
All right.
I will. I got my golf clubs with me.
Okay, that might work. We can figure out something. Someone will probably message us, and we'll get you out there. We'll get you some good golf.
But yeah, no, I'm fun on the golf course. I mean, I talk smack. And
you talk a lot of trash on the.
I talk a little trash.
Yeah.
Also, I talk trash about the world around me. It may not be about one person, but I'm just always being observational and slightly cynical towards life. And on the golf course, in between shots, that kind of conversation just works perfectly.
How about your social media? How active do you stay on social media?
I need to step that up a lot.
Yeah. Because you don't like it, or you just intimidates you, or what? You're just not into it doing it all the time?
A little bit of both. It's all of the above. I mean, I'm a little intimidated because I don't know all the latest on what to do, like how you're doing this. I don't know how to do this. And it's probably super simple, but because I don't know how to do it, I just build up in my head that it's very complex. And
it's easy. You just do it. You just start.
I know. I need to. And
I mean, you have a fan base. Clean, you have people out there that want to hear you. And
I need to do it. And then also, I guess I'm private about the stuff that I want to be private about. And I mean, clearly I'm a comedian. I talk about my life on stage, but I definitely feel like a lot of the stuff that social media encourages you to post or influencers post that get content views, I feel like for my life, I don't know, I just don't believe it's that interesting.
That's the funny part is that no one thinks that what they're doing is interesting, but I think the fact is that nobody's doing what you do every day. Whether you're a plumber or you're a comedian, like somebody from the outside that's looking in and seeing your life, they're not doing those things every day, so it may be interesting. Who would have ever thought that opening up gifts or toys, right, would be a huge thing? Or watch people play the video game. As a kid, when I used to sit there and watch the kids play the game, it would piss me off that I couldn't play.
Right.
Now
people watch.
It's a whole business. You just create content by playing games and letting people watch you do it.
Yeah.
It used to piss me off that I couldn't play. Dude, when was my turn?
That's true. That's crazy.
Right?
That is very crazy.
Where were we sleeping on that? We were sleeping on the slime thing. We could have made millions, James.
Slime.
We could have made millions on slime. We could have made millions on...
I feel like slime kind of topped out.
It did. I feel like it did. But imagine if you were on the wave up, on the ride,
yeah,
dude.
I mean, if it was marketed right, maybe slime is still as popular today as it was when we were watching Nickelodeon.
Oh, dude! I mean, we just had that huge run like 5 years ago when it was like the biggest ever.
What, slime?
Yes.
I
You didn't know that?
I missed all of the slime.
Dude, it was literally like the biggest thing on social media for a long time.
Slime?
Yeah, they were selling, like stores were sold out of, you make slime. Not just slime like the little thing you used to buy. Now the big thing is that you make slime. Like there's literally influencers on Instagram that have millions of followers. That's all they do is create slime. And they mix it and play with it. And people watch them. Still to this day. It's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even know
It's
that.
crazy. Yeah.
I never knew.
And we were sitting here, you telling jokes, and I'm trying to sell tickets, and we missed the whole slime game.
Somebody's just playing with slime.
Yeah.
Making thousands upon thousands.
Millions.
Millions. Ugh.
It's crazy. And that kid made $22 million last year opening up toys.
I heard about the kid.
Why didn't we just open up toys?
Because people don't want to see us opening up toys.
He's not that cute.
But he's cuter than us.
Probably. That's what it is.
With our grown selves.
Yeah. So what's you're gonna eat this weekend? What are you looking forward to? What's your favorite meal?
I mean, right now I'm really on a health food tip, so I like good smoothies. I like seafood. I like seafood.
We have a lot of great
rice.
seafood at the club.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, it's all fresh, everything.
Okay.
The food's great.
I look forward to it. I mean, yeah, seafood. I'm just trying to put on some pounds, man. You know,
you're trying to bulk up?
I'm trying to bulk up a little bit. So, you know, just eat solid meals, maybe some pasta, some rice.
Okay.
And yeah, different fishes. That's my main protein of choice.
This traffic today is a little brutal right now. Wow, that guy's flying.
Goodness gracious.
Guy's riding a little wheelie, came around that corner.
It's Thursday, 8:52. I didn't know it was that crazy of a...
Yeah, it's spring break, man. It's spring break.
It's spring break right now?
Yeah.
But there's a school bus right
I don't
here.
know why there is a school bus, actually, because it is spring break and school is not in session. And that's just 2 school buses. So maybe Lee County is back in school and Collier's not, but it's definitely spring break week. This week and next, and probably maybe another one. So it's going to be good.
So next week is spring break too?
Yeah, like Fort Myers Beach. So where you're staying, if you go right down Bonita Beach Road, 15 miles is like the epicenter of spring break. Like crazy, like bikini contests, like DJs on the beach.
Right now?
Right now. No doubt. Absolutely. Like everyone on Snapchat is posting the pictures.
Fort Myers.
Yeah, it's only 15 miles from the hotel.
Interesting.
Right down that road. That's Bonita Beach Road. It takes you right on the beach. It's pretty fun. You gonna check it out?
I might have to. I mean, I definitely went to the beach when I was out here to perform at the college many years back.
Oh yeah, as a FGCU where you were at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dunk City.
Don't they have like a weird, like a mascot?
Yeah.
What is it? Like slug or something?
I don't know. It's I'm trying to think. I don't know why I can't remember what the hell it is. I just all of a sudden drew a blank. I had the world's worst college mascot. It was the Endicott College Power Gulls. A power gull. There's no such thing. It's just a made-up thing. It was like a seagull on steroids.
A power seagull?
Yeah, it was the worst mascot ever.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Well, guys, you got to go see James Davis this weekend. He's at Off the Hook Comedy Club. Get tickets offthehookcomedy.com. And this is the Captain's Log with James Davis. We're out.
Hey, we're out.
We're done.
But I'm here.
All weekend.